Hi, I'm Carl Hebeler, CPA. This video brings a little information and instructions on that new form, Beneficial Ownership Information Report, that was regulated by the Department of Treasury under FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. I'm going to give you an overview and help you understand the form itself. It's not hard, but you do need to know who is the owner of every company and make sure it gets filed and completed before the end of 2024 to avoid any penalties and other issues. The beneficial ownership information reporting form is required, and the due date is 2024. Really, this is an important law, and there are serious consequences. So I'd advise clients and anybody who owns a company that's required to report it to do so before the end of the year. The due date is January 1st, 25, or let's say by the end of 2024, if your company already exists. If you start a new company, it has to be filed in 90 days, but it does need to be filed to avoid penalties. FinCEN is a serious organization, and they have said that they're going to carry potential civil and criminal penalties for violations up to $500 per day, or criminal penalties up to 2 years of imprisonment and or a fine up to $10,000. Civil is usually if you just forgot or you were late or you didn't care. That's one thing, but if you are intentionally and willfully not wanting to report who the owners are for your company, then criminal penalties could be assessed. So I encourage you to do it. Find out who the owners are, get the information and their ID ready to go. It takes a few minutes. We're going to explain it in this video. Beneficial Ownership Information Report, as I mentioned, is sponsored by the U.S. Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, called FinCEN. We're going to talk about how to fill out the form online. Very easy to do. You want to find the form by typing in beneficial ownership on Google. It'll bring you right up to the URL for FinCEN. We'll click on that, and we will get the form itself with all the instructions. Go to the home page, and then you will get the Get Started. Let's click on Get Started, and we're going to prepare it online. You could do it by a PDF, and if you had more information you wanted to prepare, and then submit the PDF, but it's easier if we just go online to fill it out. And notice that there's basically a few boxes here to fill in. Filing information, reporting, the applicants if it applies, beneficial owners, which is the main information, and submit. Anything that has an asterisk to it have to be filled in. So this is the beginning page. This is the initial report because we've never filed this before. And here you could request to get an ID number if you're going to fill this in, use this number more than once. Obviously the name of the company would be here. Let's say it's the ABC, make up a name, Reporting LLC. And maybe they have other names like ABC Reports. If they had an alternate name or DBAs, you would add it in there. The next box 7 is the EIN number that you received when you formed the company. And EINs are 9 digits. So if it's a 9-5 or a 8-4, you would fill in all 9 digits. If you try and put the dash in, you're going to get an error message because it has to be 9 digits without the dash. And the country is United States, and the state, wherever you formed the company in, that would be the state that you would put in when it was organized. And of course the address of the state and the city, United States, it's going to be United States and the state. So you have to put the address and the zip code. of the company that we're reporting for. So we're up to this point. If it's an existing company, if it was formed before 2024, you don't need to fill in all the company application information. So you can go straight to part 3. This is part 2. For new companies, you do have to fill this in. So let's click on beneficial owner, and this is where, if let's say there is no guardian or child involved, so here you would fill in the name of the owner or the person that has significant influence. Again, it's 25% or more of ownership, or someone who has significant control. So let's say there's a CFO who writes all the checks. He doesn't have any ownership. He would have to be one of the beneficial owners, in the sense that he can control the company or has an influence over it. So right here on 38 is the first information. Notice that you have to write the last name in this box and the first name. First time we did it, had it backwards. So last name, then the first name. Date of birth, of course, has to be input. The residential address of that person. Keep putting the Simona, but let's say it's the United States of America, and the state, let's assume they live in California, just for this example, and the zip code. So these red boxes mean the information is not filled in and it won't go through. So you can fill in the residential address. The next box or block is easy, but sometimes hard for people, because you have to actually get a scanned PDF of your ID. You can use your driver's license or a passport, and that would be the information you would put in right here. So you're going to fill all this in, put in your driver's license number, whatever it is. Just put that in there, and right here is where you drag your PDF into this box and it submits. That's all you have to do. And then at the end of, we're going to go, if there are other people, you would add each one by one. And that is about all you have to do. You have to do the little human thing, I agree, and then submit it. And then once it's done, you're going to get a closure. You'll get a form at the end saying it's been done. It'll look like filing successful, and you'll get your ID number, and that is what you will be using to keep in your records. So just wanted to end it there, and hopefully you can have success and do this within 5-10 minutes, save it, and then be done with it. If you move where there's any changes in ownership, you have to file an update within 30 days. All right, good luck.